Teepowt here. I had this great idea, and that's to share what I've been up to because we haven't caught up in a while. I've been playing games. Games, actually. This first one is called Slave Doll. I'm not joking, it's just Slave Doll. It was on Steam for 6 Canadian bones, which is kind of ridiculous to me. On DLSite, it's 9. How this game got 4.16 average on DLSite is beyond me. On Steam, it seemed like it was 71% positive, so that's a lot more reasonable. I also found it funny that Slave is censored here when you view it on DLSite. Let's just see what it offers on the Steam page. And what you see is what you get. There's not much to it. You got a slave, you get the smash. Yay! Now, the game got removed from Steam on the 17th of July 2025, but you can still see what the description was on SteamDB. By the way, I wonder what happened on the 14th that caused a bunch of other games to suddenly disappear. If you scroll down, you can see that it says all characters are over the age of 18. Sure. By the way, shout out to Burning On for saying this. I'm not going to fact check if it's true because I'm not going to dig through unknown threads on Archalive. But this is apparently Iris Yuma from Soulworker, and the top 3 wiki entries I see say she's 18. Alright, let's just start up the game. I got it from one of my friendly 95 friends, so I didn't have to spend $6 on this damn thing. It isn't exactly shovelware, but I'm not gonna tell you in good conscience that this is worth $6 Just ask a friend to borrow a copy. When you start up the game, the first thing you'll see is chooses your language. Okay, obviously I know that the developer is most likely some Japanese dude who doesn't know a lick of English, so I'll just let this slide here. Starting from a new game, you buy the girl, you get to this screen. Now it looks relatively okay, but already it's going to be weirdly arranged. Health is whatever, you can assume it goes down as you do the stuff on this side. Orgasm goes up if she orgasms, okay. What about sanity? They both go up, depending on which scene you choose. So a blowy makes orgasm go up, and also makes sanity go up. The next two things are come left and teach point. If you've played any of these adult games because you're a fellow buster, you already know what come left means, but teach point is what makes this a proper game and not just an animation gallery. You'd have to click one of these 6 buttons on the right to see a scene, and there's no way to know which ones you can actually do, since they all look the same and they're all faded the same amount. I mean, the game at least does give you an error message if you try to click something you haven't unlocked yet, so that's cool. We start with the blowy scene, and yep, this is the whole thing. It's an animation gallery. So I go through and I click the slow and fast buttons, yada yada, click come, yep, and then keep. What does keep mean? Keep coming, I guess. Then the guy says one of the scariest things known to man. I can't come anymore. You also only max out at 4 come left, which kind of sucks. I can probably max out at 4 in a session anyway, so I guess it makes sense. But it's a hentai game. Can we not get more? Even in the free mode, you don't even get more than 4, you have to reset every time. At some point after doing enough scenes, you'll unlock teach points and unlock everything. It really isn't hard, it's just tedious. To add to the tedium, you have to deliberately make her reach 0 health to access the fainting scenes. I get that in order to get to fainting scenes, you have to, make her faint first. But couldn't there be a button or something that just let you go in there after you unlock it? So you can access the scenes with 4 shots instead of 2? Like, these ain't even worth much anyway. The missionary version is the exact same, except she closes her eyes. At least the blowy version changes the angle. Looking back at the description posted on Steam, it says that there's over 105 animation variations, and there's 8 scenes, but is it really? Okay, I see 6 here, yeah? And there's 2 ending scenes, but these 2 fainting variations really shouldn't count. I mean, for the fainting scenes, it's the same shit, except now she closes her eyes instead of opening them. Big whoop! Look, I can do the same shit. 2 separate scenes, my ass! Fuck. You'll also eventually unlock different outfits, which are just swimsuit and naked. Two outfits. Bummer. Why is her default pose here only the slave outfit? Why can't you put her here in a swimsuit or a naked variation anyway? It wouldn't be that hard to animate. It's it's a waste of potential if you ask me. Another nitpick. Sanity goes up to 200 instead of down from 200. Like, if it started at 200 or 100, then you'd be kind of incentivized to manage it to not hit zero. But it only manages if you get the ending orgasm or ending sanity. Why is this even a game? Another nitpick. You don't get custom outfits for the cowgirl scene. Why? Why? It's the best scene. You don't even get to customize it. Fucking what? Oh, but we can make it customizable. How? You may say. Take a look. All right, so you could customize it, yeah, and you connect it to a script, but it's not part of the game itself. You can't go to the best scene of the game and then have the slow or fast buttons or the dedicated come button. I mean, I did script it. It was quite easy, actually, and I would script the whole thing, but I'm not spending all my time doing that. I've been nitpicking a lot of bad things about the game, so let's just go over a few things just to be a bit more fair. Number one, it isn't censored. Seriously, you can see all of the juicy bits without Japanese laws screwing over your eyeballs. I'm censoring it for you so I don't get eradicated. But trust me on this, it's not censored. Number two, despite being tedious, it isn't very long. If you did actually want to play this as if it were an actual management type game, you could just turn your brain off and press buttons until you get to an ending. Then you get free mode and you get to make it a proper gallery as it should have always been. Number three, her waiting expression actually did change once you get to 100 orgasm or sanity instead of just being the exact same the whole time. Then again, why is it not 50? Number four, she's jiggly. And number five, it did not crash on me. Okay, this point doesn't really amount to much because that's one of the few things you expect to happen in every game ever. But I've experienced too much crap. Forced glazing aside, I'm just going to outright say that this really, really, really should not have been a game. Should have just been a free mode. You see, with H games, H part, game part, clearly a big focus on the H. Pretty good. It's pretty jiggly. This game part, active detriment, okay? Slow and fast buttons, all good. Helps with the H. Make it interactive. The whole sanity and teach point. Why? The game is not long or entertaining enough to justify the parameters on the side, okay? So at least DLSite listed as simulation and animation and not a proper game. WAWA, the artist behind SD, did make another game afterwards called A Royal Maid Does Sexual Services for Her Master. So it's not like SD was his last rodeo. He managed to release another gallery. Plus, if SD was $6 Canadian, I think it was a little much for essentially a gallery of Iris in one of two costumes. But what else would you price it at? $3? $1? Free? My final verdict, all things considered, 2 out of 4. It functions. I can't exactly recommend it to any of my fellow busters out here. And yes, we are busters. We don't goon. We bust it. Ask a friend to borrow a copy, alright? And it's fair game. Maybe next time I'll tell you about an H game that actually sparked a bit of joy, but until next time, thanks for watching.